Good afternoon, everybody. It's Fireman 94. It's Sunday, the 19th of May 2013, and playing tourists today with some family. And we went and had a little drive around. And the other day we had went around the legislature and had a good visit with my parents. And so I thought I wanted to take a picture of this mural that I haven't gotten, I don't think, with a video camera before. You can see the Victoria on Vancouver Island. To the south of it is the ferry across that you've seen before to Port Angeles, and then you see the whole island there. And I'll try to get a bit of view. It's not the biggest map for doing what I have in mind, but it's a pretty good map. So I'll do a bit of a zoom here as I walk up. My fancy zoom is a walking zoom here, and you can see there that it says Fort Victoria was established in 1843 by the Hudson Bay Company chief Dr. James Douglas. And Douglas was the first governor of the colony of Vancouver Island and of British Columbia with the Union in Canada in 1871. And this city here is named for Queen Victoria. It's the provincial capital. And I'm actually just Old Douglas Street is just the next block over. I'm on actually at the corner of Douglas and Government and Broughton. Take a look at Victoria here. Hope it's not too much of a reflection here. There's kind of, before you get souped, there's a little dent on the left there. That is the military base and municipality of Esquimalt. And I don't have to worry about a nuclear war, because if that's probably the main Canadian naval base on the west coast. So if something goes wrong, it'll probably get hit. So I don't have to worry about that too much. And as you can see on the big picture of the legislature there, on the right side, east side, is what we call Oak Bay. It's a municipality. It's sometimes more British than the British. Years ago, they used to talk about the Tweed Curtain. You've heard of the Iron Curtain? Well, we have the Tweed Curtain. And the Tweed Curtain, going beyond the Tweed Curtain, was going into Oak Bay, which is kind of the old family British over there. And the most British part of one of the most British cities in Canada. And so that was interesting. And you go north on the peninsula there, up we see the Highway 17 sign in Sydney. That's where you go to the ferry to Vancouver. Now we call that up peninsula. That's because you go up the peninsula, or up north, up on the peninsula. And Victoria's got some other odd things there. You know, when you hear about going uptown or going downtown, and I think it depended, always for me, it depended on which direction the places I lived. You know, when I lived to the north of the city, I would say I'm going downtown, because the center of town was down south of me. And when I live south of the center, I go uptown. I have to watch when I say that now, because they changed the name of one of the first outside plazas here into a big mall called Uptown, so that everything changes. But you can see this big mural here covers all of Vancouver Island, and you can see here that the Vancouver Island was a couple different explorers here. Vancouver Island, Royal Navy Captain James Cook landed at Nootka in 1778. Captain George Vancouver, arriving in 1792, befriended Captain Bodega Cadre of the Spanish Navy as they debated coastal sovereignty before the Nootka Convention. And this island was originally named Vancouver and Quadras Island. They enjoyed a good relationship with Mawachant Chief Makina. Captain Vancouver circumnavigated the island surveying its coastline, missing the cross-continent explorer Alexander Mackenzie by 2 weeks on the mainland Bella Coola coast. And here it gives a bit of a blurb on the size of Vancouver Island. Vancouver Island is 285 miles by 60 miles, or 100 kilometers by 460 kilometers in length. And but as you can see, it's kind of a colorful mural. And I had to ask and kind of remember where it was, because I only live here and trying to remember where little things like this are. You know, you kind of get lost. So I hope you like this little bit of a blurb, and I'll talk to you guys later. Farm 194 out.